Hey friends, it's Megan Kieran, and today I have a really, really special guest. This is my first guest, my very good friend, Krista. And today we're just going to have a spiritual chat.
What we have to definitely let your audience know is that I'm a podcast virgin. And
Yeah,
you just
that's
popped
true.
my cherry.
I did.
Okay, so what do? I do intuitive, empathic readings, helping people, guide through their journey. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, and you're super gifted for...
Why, thank you.
Yeah, just based on all of my experiences with you and readings I've had with you. And we have fun together. We read each other, but it vibes and it flows. And I think right now, especially with so much going on with so many people, all of this stuff is so needed because there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. Mm-hmm. Not only from this lifetime, but
past lifetimes.
Yeah.
And the divine feminine is the
divine
biggest
feminine. Yeah.
deal. I think that this is the most femininity you're going to get in a really long time since, we could vote.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But it's bringing it back into balance because it's been so divine masculine heavy for so long.
Right.
We're seeing a lot of power and greed and kind of structure within the systems that we've lived within, and now we're seeing that shift into this softer, flowy, creative sort of vibe. But it's bringing it back into...
Like an angelic kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Especially with the babies that are coming through here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
For the 2-year-old that's mine, or the 2-year-old that's yours, or even the teenagers. I think they're all little, not moonshines. I want to say something.
People call them star seeds sometimes.
But I feel like a moon seed or something. I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yes, star seed, I know that, but it has something to do with the moon. They're here to have the shift, help us make the shift.
Well, the moon I feel has to do more with the shadow, right? Than the sun. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they're illuminating a lot of the shadows that have been on this planet for a very long time just by their presence, by their frequency, by their energy, because it's so much higher than what we've been used to.
Yes. And now let's talk about why you think it's so much higher, was so much lower. What is causing us here on Earth, no matter where you're from, no matter your culture, your religion, nothing. This is all about just energy work. Where do you think, because I have a great feeling on where it comes from.
Where what comes from?
Where the not being able to use our natural frequencies. We can, and others can too.
Well,
so what's bringing it down? What's not anchoring them down?
Right. I think it's just been, a lot of people have been programmed not to have these things shine, right? It's just the way you were raised.
You were programmed.
1,000%.
And then we can throw in the constant ingredients in our foods that are making us, if I eat healthier, if I eat cleaner, if I eat more, I suppose organically, I'm not going to push organic, but I'm saying instead of the Twix, have a piece of lettuce, I could read better. I could read better drinking more water.
It's the density of the foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when you
I think
said Twix,
we're, as humans,
dense.
we're overeating.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Therefore, we're not being able to hear the whispers.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I feel at some level, if we were in a way higher state of consciousness, would we even need food? I mean, that's pretty far out there.
100%, and that's for a different story. But
exactly.
Yes,
but
I agree with that because
I mean? Everything's a little lighter.
Agreed. I
think there's also something with fasting. I haven't been able to even go down that route because I've been pregnant/nursing over the past 3 years, but there's a big kind of wave of people fasting as well. I know in my culture, whatever, religion, Hinduism, not that I'm actually religious, but let's say just the Indian culture in general, there's a lot of people that have fasts and they fast.
Right, the Greeks fast, the Jewish culture fasts, a lot of people fast, but I've noticed in the spiritual community, not religious community, but spiritual community, how many people are intermittent fasting or fasting for 3 days and then clean eating and being able to connect quicker and easier.
100%.
I mean, because we have so FDA says, not a fact, I'm just saying, this is what I'm when I'm reading, I'm hearing, I'm assuming, but you could correct me or anybody can.
Yeah.
So it's not a fact. But we don't have to put all of our ingredients in there. And 90% of our ingredients are just chemicals.
Oh, yeah.
So we're being like, basically, it's almost like a battery leaking inside of us. And therefore not being able to go to our true potential.
You wonder why they're doing that too. Not to get into that, but you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's also
100%.
all intentional. Like having the thought that like nothing can harm you is also a big thing.
Right.
So even
I mean,
if you
I know
consume
from my
these
religion,
things,
I come in, the moment I am born, I am baptized and take my original sin away. Now, did I do that for my children? Absolutely. And do I, is that my religion? Absolutely. But you are given the perception that you are bad or evil in my religion when you were born into it.
When you're born into what, like the earth?
Yeah. So for instance, when a child is born, and this is what I was raised on.
Yeah.
A child's born. The reason why they're baptized is to get rid of their original sin.
Which is like
like Adam and Eve, like eating the apple, I suppose. I like it, but that's what a baptism is.
Okay.
So
I'm coming in here like so naive because I was raised Hindu. So
100%.
I don't know any
but isn't
of
it awesome that we can relate on a spiritual level, but totally not even have to understand
I'm learning
religious.
From you. Right, and it's not like
and we
I
don't need
to
religion.
know it. Right.
High five.
Yeah.
So from what I've learned in my time being Catholic is that you are born with an original sin. I'm assuming it's the Apple and Eve guy. I mean, I feel so disrespectful for saying that, but I'm being like genuine here, intentional here.
You have some gist of the story.
The way I speak and whatever, I don't want to insult anybody. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's a major.
With that being said, I got to be myself. So
that's what
Adam and Eve, the apple, ate it. That's our original sin. So now you are baptized from your original sin. So you are born to believe that you have sinned when you are just a little baby. So right then and there, you are kind of programmed.
Yeah.
And then the moment you are born, you're born in a hospital with all these people looking at you when really us women should be sitting on that grass.
I know.
Right? So there's different things that could be happening, but I think more women are coming to terms with their femininity and saying, no way, I'm homeschooling, I'm giving birth in my backyard, I am saying no to all types of different shots and whatnot. And I think that's a big thing right now, which is good because
it's triggering a lot of people.
100%.
But that's just...
So there's a lot of people who are afraid of that, but that's because we've been conditioned to know so.
And I feel like whenever you get triggered, it's just like a reflection, right? So
you're deflecting.
Exactly.
Right. So everybody's just been born to know that, we get these shots when we're born because of A, B, and C. Okay. But it's also interfering with our vibrational frequencies. But like when I say, you could hear the whispers, when you get down to a meditative state. So when you meditate, you could hear the whispers, and for that I could read people. I could intuitively read somebody. I could read somebody and help them heal from a grieving whomever. But it's because I'm doing the calm down method with my brain. Most people can't do that.
No, you're right.
Because they're so stuck. And once they get out of the loop, because we once were there, right? It's like a hamster wheel until you fly off.
100%. 100%. And there's...
And some... Yeah, right.
That breaking point, right? Where we each had where it was like, wait a second, we start questioning our reality. And then that brought us both down these crazy spiritual paths where we're not like indoctrinated with all of this other stuff. Right.
But at the end of the day, I also believe that we have signed our soul contract. I believe that my siblings are my siblings because God knows we would never be friends at all. 100%. Love them dearly, but they're my sisters to teach me a lesson, for me to teach them a lesson. Right?
Yeah.
Because you don't have, your siblings aren't.
I love that perspective. Yeah.
Right. My siblings are not a reflection of me whatsoever. Therefore, they're my siblings. Maybe I needed more lessons because there's 5 of us.
Yeah.
How many are you? 2?
2.
Right.
And we're opposite, but we vibe and we're like similar at the same time. But everyone is going through their own thing right now. You know?
Yes.
Like, everyone on an individual basis is just going through some sort of shit. Because I think that, well, if we bring it back to numerology, like I don't know why this keeps coming up for me, but we're in a 9 year, right? 2 + 0 + 2 + 5, it's a 9 year. And
I get all my educational, spiritual things from you. I just pops in my head.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, like with the aura the other day.
But it'll make sense to you because when I say these things, I feel like you're just like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yes,
right? Like
100%.
it's all about endings and completing cycles and letting go. But I mean, we've talked about this before, but it's not just the past like 8 months of letting go. It's the past 5, 10, 20 years of letting go.
Yes.
So we're seeing these cycles pop up for like the very last time. But I notice when they come up to the surface, they get worse, like when they're really purging out of you. Because it's like we're illuminating those shadows, we're illuminating those parts that are like really ready to get out. Mm-hmm. But they kick and scream before we release
100%.
them. So it's,
100%. It's kind of like when people have an anxiety attack. Like, just surrender to the friggin' anxiety attack. Just let it go.
Exactly.
Just let it go.
Exactly.
Right. And you know what? It's funny because I do know people, I have spoken to people that get scared at that moment. Where they're like, wait, this is too much. And it does. It wears you down and it gets you down. But once you get over that hump, it actually reminds me of the waves in the ocean that I've been jumping in constantly.
Wow.
Like 1 minute it could be a 7-foot wave, but you got through it and it was fun, right? And the next minute is calm. And then there's another wave, and it's another calm, and it's another wave. But that's life. And I think the journey of spirituality isn't easy.
Oh, no. It's probably one of the hardest things we can do is really look within ourselves, look at our shadows, and really feel our emotions, which is another thing people haven't been taught to do, right? Feel their emotions. No. And we have to release it. We have to let it out.
Right.
Or else it's stored within our body.
You know, it's funny because I saw something today that said, you're not exactly what you just said. I saw something on TikTok as I was scrolling. I saw something about that. And it's funny because, you're 100% right. At my age, I should know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Talk it. Now it's come on, say it out loud.
Oh, yeah. But I think that's why a lot of people have not found their person yet either. It's because they are, closing this loop on their old self. Because I know there's a lot of single people out there, too. And they're just, waiting for that person. And that person exists right now on this earth plane. They're alive somewhere out there. But you have to be an energetic match.
Yes.
And it's probably in their destiny to meet them, but they have to clear out that past self and really let go and surrender. And surrendering and letting go is the hardest thing we can do. Yes. It just is.
1,000%.
And I've been doing that over and over again with situations in my life, and now I feel a little and when I'm feeling those emotions, I'm not put together right now like I am right now.
Big feelings.
Big feelings for the little ones, right? We just have to let it flow through us, and it feels bad. We are conditioned not to feel this way because it's a defense mechanism.
Yes. How many times did I hear growing up, Krista, stop talking, Krista, stop talking, Krista, stop talking, Krista, I'm the fifth. Of course, stop talking, I'm the fifth. With that being said, we should be empowered to speak. I think that the more you're held back, the more you're going to want to. And the more you're going to not be able to learn from yourself if you're not able to express yourself.
100%.
So, for instance, when little man, has a complete meltdown, let him have the meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
He's fine in 2 seconds, right? So, but that's not how I grew up in the 80s. It was children are seen, not heard. Have a little bit of champagne during Christmas. And get the hell out of the house and don't come back until dinner. That's how we were raised. So we are raising our children to be, what can I do for you? Which is probably it's complete opposite. Which is screwing them up anyway at the end of the day. So your generation I think your generation is getting it. Good. I do.
A little bit, but I feel like there's also too much information. Sometimes I'm we have to let go a little because we can just scroll
it's a worldwide
on social
freaking web.
media. Yeah. And just be there's all these reels too. So if you just look up one thing, a bunch will just pop up into your feed.
it's
all energetic though. So, like,
100%.
you're allowing this into your field by, like, searching it. And you can change it by shifting and searching something else, or you can actually completely reset your algorithm on social media. But
I definitely noticed that during my time when my children were very, very young, my older ones, there was no communication that far out where TikTok is going to, like, countries and, like, other people. So, I mean, I, for one, was, like, terrified over the spirituality because I was linking it with my religion. And I had no other space to be like, what's up? What's wrong with me? Because that's how you're conditioned. What's wrong with me? You had a mother that was very spiritual, so you were very blessed.
that's true.
You know, I have a family that's very understanding of my spirituality, and they call and ask for, you know, whatever they want to. But in the beginning, it was tough. It was, like, very, very anxious, and it took a long time to push through that.
Well, that being said, my mom specifically, she meditates every day. She has since she was, like, I think 16 years old. So for decades.
You were brought up that way.
I was brought up with the meditation.
Which is freaking amazing.
But that being said, a lot of my family members are not like that. Like, although, you know, they can identify with maybe the religion, like, they grew up here, they've lived here for their whole lives. They're not into that sort of woo-woo stuff.
Well, the same thing when we had the birthday party, and I was like, my mother-in-law is like, if she could be a nun and married, she would be. So do we talk about the spiritual stuff with her? No. It's out of respect,
but
also.
It's boundaries.
Yeah,
and that's
there's boundaries.
Like, they
100%.
were raised a certain way, so you don't want to push them.
100%.
But they know who you are, so then when they're ready, they'll come to you. But that's something I had to figure out on my own, because when I was having, in 2020, when I started having these insane experiences where I'm, like, literally, like, traveling through my mind and getting all this information.
When did you move here?
2021.
Yes, because it was like COVID.
Yeah, at the end of it, yeah.
Right. Okay. But I remember meeting you for the first time and being like, oh my God, like, wait a second, you, me, we could do this? Like, this stuff happens?
I know, and it's like you kind of, like, don't say it out loud. Like, you know, and with people that aren't exposed to this. Like, if you're listening to this, you obviously are interested in this topic.
If you got this far, you're interested in what we have to say.
Exactly, and energies, and that there's something else out there. But when you're just, like, at a neighborly get-together, like, that's not the first thing. Right, but you understand because you just 100%. Vibe with that person and you attract those sort of people.
But okay, ready? So let's look back at the time that we met and how we were doing our cards and, like, looking up the definitions. Now we're doing cards and it's like, oh my God, ding, 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 ding,
like,
ding, ding.
Like, I can look at the book, but only if it's, like, in addition to what I'm getting.
1,000%, but we're able to do years later.
But that's what the timing, divine timing.
Exactly.
Right? Like, our meeting was meant to be, but then all this stuff happened in our lives.
100%.
Where, like, we're both busy with our own stuff, right?
Right.
And now this opening happened at the same time.
Yes, like this portal of, like,
this portal
of what do you want to call it? Intentional. I don't know. You know, I love the word intentional, but, like, it's the divine timing where it's like, okay, everything is just going to go
intentional exchange
and come together.
Also for us to create a space, but also help each other kind of figure out what this is.
100%.
Because we're both
like the other night when I said to you, I see your aura of yellow, which is about this yellow. Like, we're going to be all over the place, but that's just me having a conversation.
This is the
in
beauty
general,
of it.
like, I'm just all over the place. But, so when we went away, me and one of my good friends, mom friends, weirdly enough, we've been friends for, like, a very long time and never had, like, a slumber party or, like, went away together. So we went overnight and I went to a restaurant, and on the way to the restaurant I kept on saying, where are we gonna eat? I need a hot pasta dinner. Like, I need, like, Nonna's cooking. Like, I need it so badly right now. And she was like, all right. And we finally went back to a pizzeria that we were at, and we met the waitress, and I could see not a yellow, but a pale yellow around her, whatever. And I kept on seeing this ring on her hand, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, man, I can't be doing this here. I can't be doing this here.
But
like,
it was popping up,
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like the nudge, which people don't understand. Because that nudge, when I'm going to read someone or when someone's trying to make a way of, like, hey, I want to validate something for you.
Wow.
Whether it's guides, whether it's an angel guide, whether it's grandfather, whether it's whatever it is, they're trying to connect. And here I am trying to freaking talk to this waitress. So I said, all right, whatever. I'm not going to say anything. But when my dish came, it was, and I've had chicken verde thousands of times. But this was the hottest, best tasting freaking chicken verde I've ever had in my life. And that was my validation to say, Krista, you know what? Fuck it. Go ahead and talk to her and just ask one question after one question. And if it can validate you, and if she asks why, then I'll continue. And so we did. And so I looked up the pale yellow, and it's all about like, I would have to look it up again because I don't remember these things, but it was her. When I explained it to her, she was like, that's my personality. And I said, you have a ring? She goes, yeah, my boyfriend just gave me a promise ring. I was like, no. There's like bling bling coming through. Like stick with this because this is forever. Like this is just the beginning. And I was like, and I don't know why. I'm like, you're teaching, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, she's going to school for teaching. So
oh my God.
She got a lot out of the reading. But again, that's not something I feel comfortable doing all the time because you don't know what you're getting back in return.
But I like the fact that you were like, okay, like this was my sign to actually do it.
Well, because if the universe is giving me what exactly I need, how the hell do I not try my hardest?
No.
But I noticed the way that I try is a learning method. So so when when you're feeling energy between two people. So I'm feeling energy and it's like a bubbly little young energy, even though she's obviously in her 20s. I knew I could ask one question, which would get me to another question. But
no, I like that.
Had it been a nun or a priest, no.
No, but then you would get the nudge. Nah, this isn't like pull back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know how it would go, but
like. I've been thinking recently, like if I get nervous, because we always have these blocks. Like I'm releasing something from my 20-year cycle or whatever is being confident.
I forgot what my 20-year cycle was.
Putting myself out there. Oh, you're back.
Oh my back. My chakras. Okay.
We kind of did a little ceremony at a friend's house the other week, and we were looking at her 20-year cycle, but mine was being confident to speak and, actually putting myself out there. But
you're doing just fine, girl.
But it's like you only live once, right? Like, and it happens so quick that it's like, why do I care what I'm saying or posting about other people's perception of me? Because the people who are meant to hear this will come to me, and I know this is part of my purpose.
Right.
Like, people can be spiritual and energetic and like do a 9 to 5 or like be a doctor, but like this is my purpose.
Yes,
and
same thing. That's why easy job for like my career is
exactly
the universe. My career is what I'm pulled to. So therefore, instead of being a teacher, I work with a teacher, and I'm like laminating, cutting. That's great for me.
But this is pulling you.
Yes,
towards your purpose, because this is what we came here for.
100%.
And like not only to raise our kiddos, right? Because we're a good guide for them, but it's like we're not so attached that we can't live our purpose.
100%. And you know what? The copying machine, I got to tell you, is probably the most meditative room in that entire school.
Oh, I bet.
Because it's like, bang, bang,
you're like, I love it here.
Exactly, 100%. So I could see now, whereas I probably wouldn't have seen it in the past. Like, this is why I'm here. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm here. My energy is served here, but I'm also gaining energy from these beautiful little souls that I work with all day.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if I didn't do that and I did something that wasn't serving my purpose, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you right now. At all.
100%. But I felt like the urge to do something 5 years ago, but it never actually came through until now.
Interesting. I feel like August opened up for me as like a plethora of, am I using the right word? Like a huge amount of abundance. And it might not, listen, it's definitely not dollar bills. Like, I would love for it to be like raining money. With that being said, it's not going to always come out. Not to say that I'm not deserving of that. But right now, my abundance doesn't mean that. My abundance means healthy, happy, being able, a roof over our head, being in alignment, being able to communicate with other people, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Like, I have an abundance of stuff happening or coming towards me that does serve my purpose. So, and then I wonder, like, Do you know during crazy times where like everything's up and down? I had a crazy week, but I can understand it as an abundance of stuff. Other people find it to be stress. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you have your because I believe everybody under the sun, everybody has this energy that we both share.
Oh,
but
100%, yeah.
There's a block, and that block could be the way they eat, the way they are, the way the religion was, whatever the heck it was. Did I lose my train of thought?
But the abundance, like
the
crazy week.
abundance.
Yeah.
Having a crazy week, like it was crazy. But being on the meetings that I was on today, like, thank God I have a roof over my head. Thank God I was able to make. I actually make a very good dinner tonight. Like I'm able to have those things. Those are the abundance that right now, like, if we don't focus on that, we'll never get to the big abundance.
Exactly.
Where everybody else is like, well, I want abundance and I want a perfect man who makes a lot of money and blah, 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 blah. What? But if you don't do the A, B, and C first, like, I am grateful for my abundance of wine tonight. I am grateful for, I don't think you can get there. What are your thoughts?
So I literally was just talking about this today. The last step before you can manifest is to be present and accept and surrender where you're at. And a lot of people can't get to that point because we're in a society that just wants. And we're just...
But
we're
who
like
can blame them with TikTok
no.
and these face masks and all that?
No, it's like
social
on to the next,
media,
on to the next, on to the next.
And
like,
you've been social media majority of your life.
Yeah, I would say since like high school it kind of started.
So we started now,
a
couple of years ago. So when I was in high school, we had a beeper. Actually, you want to know what a podcast reminds me of? The closest thing to a podcast that I could tell you back in the 80s was there was this thing you can call and be on a phone call with a bunch of people. It was like call up FaceTime.
Okay,
but you don't
so
see
funny.
anybody, and everybody was talking at the same time, and it was like really funny, and it was very expensive, and you did these things because you wanted to know more about everything because all you knew is what was right in front of you. So even though you were present and it's right in front of you, you're not really knowing what's going on in, say, Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Like the differences and all that. So that's closest to a Facebook podcast that we ever had.
That's so funny.
And I can't remember the name of it. It was a chat. Not a chat. It was a group. You called and there was like 1,000 people on the phone. I can't remember the name of it.
And it was like all your buddies and
no, it was randos. Like random people. No. Random people. Like you were lucky if like you had three-way calling.
Yeah.
Which meant like you could be on the phone and then somebody can call you and go beep. Hold on, please. Click, click, click. Beep.
Right.
Like you were like, shit, that was great,
People won't even know that existed.
But even having calls with multiple people on the phone didn't come in until like...
Right, until like way later.
Like now we could FaceTime. Now we could, it is insane. So no wonder why people are kind of in the fog.
Oh, totally. I feel like technology can be used in a way that's very beneficial, but... we're like frontiers of it, right? So we're not taught how to use it, and we're just figuring that out right now. But that's also why all this work is so important, because people aren't taking that moment to themselves to practice mindfulness, or tap into their intuition, their higher self.
Stopping and waking up, having a ritual, and not a ritual like a weird ritual. I'm talking about like my ritual in the morning is to get my ass out of bed, get my coffee, sit out here. I get my singing bowl sometimes I get my angel cards. Sometimes I just stare at the damn trees. Sometimes I talk to the trees because they might get cut and I feel like they need to be spoken to. Like, hey guys, you need a haircut. It's gonna be okay. I think, and that gets me through the day. And then at nighttime, it's my ritual of winding down, and sometimes that is also angel cards, or maybe that's the singing bowl, or the chimes, or whatever it is for that day.
With you, though,
100%. It could be
their own thing.
Right. It could be anything. But I do. My brother doesn't realize it. His ritual in the morning and at night is playing his guitar. He has no idea that's what his ritual is.
Right.
But that's how he's connecting.
Right. Some people, it's like working out or doing yoga or going on a walk.
Right. Going on a walk, walking their dog.
I'm reopening my ritual now that I'm like not in the newborn stage, because I had kids 16 months apart, right? So I have a 9-month-old and a 2-year-old now. It's insane.
It's
But we
insane, but
decided
you
to
will
bulldoze
appreciate
through
that later on.
Oh yeah, it was intentional, but it
100%,
was
right.
yeah. But now
And
I'm
we
already
did
seeing
2
it
years
pay off.
apart, 2 years and 4 months apart.
Okay.
And I still think that was pretty close. With that being said, me and my brother are Irish twins. We're 11 months apart.
Exactly, and
So it kind of works.
it does.
It kind of
work.
works
And
better.
They already are starting to look like little twins. But my ritual right now is the shower, right? Like my shower is my time to like chill, to vibe, and I'm slowly reintroducing other things as my time opens up, right? And it's something that we all kind of need to tap into, these moments to ourselves, even within the chaos.
Yeah.
Because then
100%.
you're like unshaken. And I feel like my analogy has been like a tree. Like if you can be the tree, and like no matter what happens, there's a storm, there's a wind. Like
You might lose a little leaves, but you're still there.
Exactly.
Right.
And you're still centered, and that's why even like wrapping it back to the divine feminine, we're rebalancing the energies on this planet. And that's why, and it's nothing to do with male, female. It's just an aspect within each and every one of ourselves.
Right.
We have both.
Right.
And but, you know, there has been a lot of differences within the roles of male and female.
There is a lot going on in the world energetically at this time. And for some it's scary, for some it's just the journey, right? But I mean, what I wish and what I believe in, peace, love, and harmony. Let's all hang out. Like no borders, no nothing, nothing.
No.
Like come and go as you please, love, live, eat.
I don't know if
marry.
we'll get there in our lifetime, but we're working towards
I know,
it.
But I so badly
But
want.
people like us are gonna help.
But the funny thing is it that there's more of us, or is it because of TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, blah 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 blah?
I think it's both.
Okay.
Because like if you tap into the energy of the earth, right?
Right.
You feel like, I don't know if you can feel it, but the frequency is different. It's increasing.
I can feel the frequency way different from the ocean.
Okay.
Like almost to a point where like, so obviously, you know, I go to the ocean a bunch, like, and this year I'm like a dolphin. Only one day was I warned to stay away from the ocean, and I'm like, no way, I'm gonna go in, and it's like, no, stay away.
Yeah.
And then I got the alert that there was like bad, like riptides, but I could feel the ocean way better than the ground right now. So I could feel it like tingle, right?
Yeah.
On your hands when.
I feel like that's the watery energy that we're all needing to be called to. Like, not everyone can go to an ocean, but even, you know, drinking more water, not medical advice, but just in general.
Yes, drinking more water, soaking in more shower time.
Exactly, taking a bath.
Yes.
Anything like that, water, because we're,
100%.
what are we, like 70% water or something?
It's like a whole bunch.
But it's like that vibration that we're tapping into with the earth plane. So I think it's the fact that, yeah, we're being exposed to a lot more information, but we're also like...
We're coming together in a way.
No, we are.
That we haven't been able to.
Like, I haven't heard of a time where, like, healers have come together like this.
Because
energy workers.
Nobody knew. It was like the Avengers. Like there was no school.
Right.
I mean, I with my spiritual class that I no longer do with, we still stay in contact, but it's hard to get together. I by accidentally got into that group. Legit. Like wrong number, wrong person.
No.
Yes.
No.
So when I got into that group, I was like, I don't know what to do because I feel like I could talk to dead people. Like that's how I was very nervous. And they were like, wait, what? And they're like, wait,
we
who are
accidentally
you?
texted you.
And she's like, oh my God, they gave me the wrong number. But this was divine timing for the group and for me. And there is a season for everything. And we had a beautiful season of many years.
Right,
and I do reach out and stuff like that. Believe it or not, we have different beliefs in the spiritual world. Not religious, but spiritual world. So, you know, I'm going on my path, they're going on their path, but they were brought to me, and I was brought to them. And it was a beautiful thing, but at all, there was
crazy.
I literally...
I can't believe how you got into
it
that.
was a complete by accident. I called someone being like, I need to be healed or something. And like someone called me, but they called that was the wrong number, wrong person for the wrong situation. And I ended up there.
Perfect.
And it was perfect.
Divine for what you needed.
I spent, I believe, 3 to 4 years with them. Yeah.
And that was kind of your little like entryway, right? And
100%, right.
Like when I was certified in Reiki and I was like, okay, I have this certification, so now I'm an energy healer. Like, did I need that certification? Like, no.
Well, when did you realize you were a healer? And in which way?
Oh, I love this. So in about 2015, so like 10 years ago, I was driving in the car. It was summer. I was in college, but it was break, and I was vibing to this like really cool EDM music. Closey, I love her.
Wait, what's EDM music?
Electronic music.
Okay, well, talk.
Okay, so like
in your
just
40s.
like techno music, but like
oh,
this was vibey.
like Stevie B.
Yeah, but this, I mean,
like
I'm not
Stevie
going to play
B.
it right now.
Or is it like DJ Raffi? I understand what you're saying. It's like a DJ techno-y, like whatever. Okay.
Exactly.
Trancey.
This was trancey and flowy, but
Perfect.
she's kind of spiritual. Her name is Closey.
Oh, so it's like high frequency.
Clozee. It's...
I think I know this.
It's like bassy too.
Okay.
But I was playing one of her songs in the car, and then I hear this voice in my head out of nowhere, because I'm literally just blank state right now driving, saying, "You're a healer." And I was like...
That's amazing.
I was like, what the heck does that mean, right? But that stuck with me. Like, it was so random and out of the blue. It was my higher self, my intuition, my guides.
Yeah. Like,
whatever
hello?
the higher power, the universe,
yes.
whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
It doesn't matter.
Right. Doesn't matter.
It said, "You're a healer." And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But then it took many, many years, right, to get to the place where I am now. But slowly but surely, the missing puzzle pieces came together. And then in 2020 was when I had my spiritual awakening, where I was like questioning my reality. And then I had these experiences in meditation where I would, astral project and,
do you know that I can't astral project? I've tried. I think I don't know if I remember, maybe not.
You know why I think so? I'm just vibing off of you because you're right now in such a state of grounding with the ocean, and everything that you're doing is like so grounding that you're not meant to yet.
Because this is the summer of learning how to ground myself.
Yeah.
To do more work.
And if you're grounding, once you have the grounding down, then it'll be time,
My first spiritual, since I'm a baby, since I'm little, like I legitimately would have dreams of some lady making bread in Italy, and I'm like, and speaking Italian. And I'll be like, well, that's a weird dream. But then I'd flip through my grandparents' book and I see the picture. I'm like, that's the lady. And it was my great-grandmother.
Wow.
Or I would be standing and all of a sudden I'd turn and look and there was, I saw a lot. So I kept on seeing things, and for me, that was too much energy. And so I remember telling my mom, I feel like I see things. And she's like, you know what you do? You just tell them, I'm not interested in seeing. It makes me nervous. You are in control of your feelings. And I did. And that's it. But
and it stopped. Yeah, because
that's
even
kind
with
of
like decent advice, though, to be honest,
right?
Because that's how you set the boundaries with the energetic
100%. Which I set the boundaries during, other times in my life. It was really like, okay, enough is enough. Mm-hmm. You have to set your boundaries, but I think you need that in order to grow and stuff like that. But I went to a medium, and a medium psychic, great guy. He was like, became a Buddha at one point. Like, he had a lot of ups and downs, but he really like grew from that. And I remember saying, I was sitting in his thing, and I kept on looking at this woman, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm looking at my friend, and I'm saying, I don't know why I want to cry. And she's like, it's because you're intuitive. I'm like, oh, okay. So everything's done. They said, if you want to come back tomorrow, come back tomorrow. I went by myself.
When was this? Like in your life? Like how old were you?
I want to say in my mid-20s.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm 46 now. So what happened is that when he turned around, the next day I went, okay, because I was pulled to. I've never been pulled the way I was pulled to this specific situation. And that's how I knew that I need to work on this. And he said, okay, you had a question. I'm like, actually, I don't. It's for you. And I said to this woman, I said, I don't know what it is, but I see possibly like a bride and not a groom, but the father of the bride. I said, I'm assuming it's you and your dad. And it's like the best time you've ever had in your life. And there's a picture. And you're face to face, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And I started crying because I didn't understand the energy that was coming through me.
Oh, you were picking up, you were just very empathic at the time, right?
And therefore, and all of a sudden she grabs her mother, not the lady, not the girl who was the bride, her mother, I don't even know where the hell it came from, took a frame, like legit a frame out. And it was the exact picture I was seeing. And it was a reminder of her, like we understand, like dad understands that you lost him, but you still have his energy. And like, stick with that. Stick with the dancing, girl. Like, that's really what he was trying to say. And everybody around me, it was almost like they all turned to me like, whoa. Like, do you realize what you just did? And I was like,
so this was like a group reading type thing?
There was like 50 people there.
Oh my God.
Yes, and he did not, the medium that was there did not enjoy it. I did study under him for a little bit, and then I got mad at him because he was just very...
Some people are here for
his
the
way.
season.
Right. Some people are here for the season,
Yeah.
more like he wanted to do it his way, and I don't call myself a medium. I don't call myself any of that. I am a person that can sit with anybody, anyone, and open up my heart and help heal and, whatever that person needs at that time.
Yeah, you don't have labels.
So everybody has, just like anything else, some people are strict with things and, but no,
So
I've learned a lot from him.
this was a while ago where you actually started tapping in, and now you're finally stepping out.
Yes. So as a child, I would see everything. It was annoying. For funerals, I don't go to wakes anymore. Like for the Catholic religion, you go to a wake, meaning they're in a casket in a funeral home and you view them. I cannot go to wakes. It's just, there's something, the energy there, not in a negative way, but I'm almost like that whisper. So now I'm sitting there and there are people who are mourning.
Oh no.
So now you have that. And so I've had it where I have to be like, okay, done.
Like, I can't.
This is not okay for me. These are my boundaries.
Right.
But I had to learn that the hard way. Being exhausted and all that other stuff. Just like our class that we're going to be doing. It's going to be very energetic.
That's why this grounding, I think, is part of your plan right now.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Because it's going to not protect, you don't need protection, but it's going to
put you in your bubble. Yes.
I love the bubbles, guys. Like energy bubbles. Like
I add white feathers to them. That's for a different story, but
like in your mind, you put a bubble around, and then you have a bubble of white feathers type of thing.
I have a bubble around me. Like, I'm going to go back to the 80s. I don't know why. I can't. Like, there's someone in this collective that's going to be like, oh my God, the 80s. Oh my God, like Rainbow Bright and Punky Brewster and fucking Webster and Who's the Boss and all that stuff. But they used to make these balloons. I know they still make them in probably Tri-County, where they were clear and you would put a bear or flowers inside. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so it's kind of like that, but it's me inside. And you could add confetti. So instead of confetti, it is white, delicate flowers. So I am almost like, it makes me kind of feel like I'm in an angelic womb.
I love that.
Because that's where you start. That's where your soul starts, right? Is in a womb, right? Doesn't that feel like right for, I don't know. For me, it feels
now
right.
I can visualize what you're talking about.
So I'm like laying, and when I meditate, most people meditate with their hands up and cross little, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm in fetal position. Whether it's in my bed, on the floor, on the grass, unless I'm grounding. And then my feet are on the grass. But yes, if I visualize that, and sometimes if I need an extra little something, I see strings of sparkle that come down from that.
That's so funny because whenever I'm with you, I see sparkles sometimes.
Yes, actually, I thought it was me passing out for several times.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
But then this past school year, not 2025, I work in school, so it's school year, there was a woman in front of me who had tragically lost her house, and then her husband ran away. It was bad. And I'm standing there, and around her are these, not crosses, but when you see a light that's
Like a twinkle, kind of?
Yes,
Yeah.
like that. I saw it all around her, and I thought to myself, in my human self, I say my human self because like my blood pressure, all that.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
what the heck
what
is happening?
the hell is freaking going on? I don't know what to do. And like, and all of a sudden, my higher self, I call it my higher self because whoever it is, right? So I call her my higher self. She's actually pretty awesome. But it was like, calm down. She needs to hear this. I'm like, okay. So it's the whispers amongst everyone talking. So you know what it feels like to hear the whispers and people in real time talking. So you're like, holy shit, what am I supposed to do? And I said to her, I'm like, stop right now. Put my hands up like this, like 2 hands up, stop. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, stop. I said, you have so many guides and so many angels around you that you don't have to worry. Just do what you have to do, and they will guide you. Listen to your inner self. The freaking girl started crying. I'm like, holy shit, like what the heck? She's like, that's exactly what I needed to hear. That was me being able to decipher what these things were. Because I've been in the past seeing them and thinking I'm passing out, right? Because you don't know what that is.
No, you don't. And people are going to say, like,
you're crazy.
From a scientific standpoint, like, oh, that's just I don't even know what they say.
Floater, like whatever.
From the sun
right.
Like,
but
okay.
It's not. It was absolutely not. There were so many of them, and they were circling around her.
Yeah.
And the reaction, you know what it reminds me of, because it's my favorite movie ever? Avatar.
Oh,
when the little guys come and they go all around him, like this is a safe person. It almost reminded me of that, but it would have been cooler if they were those things, like instead of just sparkle. I mean, I'm grateful for the sparkle. I shouldn't say that, but if they were those, did you see?
Well, then that'll be more obvious for you. But now you know.
Yeah.
What that is.
Yeah.
And, well, you see a lot of. I feel like you're starting to see more energy, which is really cool.
I see more energy. I don't see more physicality. If you know what I mean. Like, so, I used to see people because their energy was so high frequency, and people who maybe are not here anymore, right? And so it was a weird.
That is, that's hard.
It's weird. So that's something that I don't see frequently. I also don't receive anything negatively because that's just my own preference. I don't want to know, for instance, if I'm doing a reading and there's someone needs a validation of their passing and it's really tragic, it takes a toll. So therefore, there might be something like else that will give me a trigger to say something without triggering me to have that emotion. Does that make sense?
Like you're setting boundaries with your intuition.
Right.
I wanted to circle back when you were talking about the angel feathers. So I was driving the other day. I drive my kids to sleep sometimes. And
I love that.
Yeah, because one's on 2 naps, one's on 1, so I pushed the 1 nap later in the day. But I was driving only for like 5 minutes. And in that drive, I saw a beautiful monarch butterfly pass by. And then I saw another one pass by. And then I saw a white feather just pass by.
Stop.
I was like, what?
And you stated the monarch. When did you see that? You said something to me the other day about a monarch butterfly.
Oh, I did. Well, this was like a few days ago.
No, I know, but this is like...
This was before that.
Yeah. That's interesting. So what does that mean to you?
That I'm protected, I'm guided, I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
Anything that I'm questioning, anything I'm waiting for it's a sign that things are validating.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely. I mean, white feathers for me are a connection to my sister-in-law's mother who passed away when she was very young. Never met her. Have a great relationship with her. She's hysterical. She's amazing. She's just not here on earth with me. So, the feathers are always, whenever I feel a feather or see a feather or imagine, it's almost like she's holding me. Like it's just
That's
like a
the
weird,
sign
yes.
from her.
And so the reason why I knew this is because when I told my sister-in-law that every time I saw her, I saw white. So her aura is just beaming white behind her, my sister-in-law, every time I saw her. And I told her, that's weird. Like, I don't know what, like maybe you're like, I don't know, spiritual. And she's like, my mom's funeral was all white. White casket, white flowers, white dress, wow. white. Everyone wore white. And then I knew that was a validation to me that, like, I'm with you. I'm here for you. But also, I'm here for my daughter. So we became like this, where I could talk to her about those things. But
and she felt comfortable, and you're kind of that like guide. And
yes,
that's why like this is so important, because like when people, like, it's an inevitable thing as I get older, when people like that, people are gonna pass away, right? But I'm not as scared about it, because I'm like, we'll talk. Like, not in a weird way though, guys. Because like, it's like more of like us being able to 100%. Tap into the energies around us, and like, like, it's all cool, like, exploring the different energies of the earth and what we're going through, but when it comes back to our own lives, right, we're able to kind of have that validation and, like, not be afraid.
1,000%. And I think a lot of people are afraid. Like that one person in our, whatever that, you know,
oh, the ceremony thing we had?
Yes, the ceremony thing that a friend of ours has. So she was very anxious about it because of her religion.
Yeah, I get that.
And therefore, when I allowed her, because I feel like energy is energy, right? So when I said, here, take the cards, and take your own cards, she was able to, like, that is the part that intrigues me the most, because people should not be afraid of their inner self, and they are. They are. How many people are on, like, different medications for different things, and they are afraid of themselves? You're not afraid of some demon if you're in a religion. You know, it's yourself. It's yourself. Yeah. So when you go deep within, I could tell you right now, I'm a fucking over-talker. Excuse my language. You might have to bleep that. But I'm an over-talker, and it's because I've been silenced my whole life. Not on purpose. My parents did a great job. But, you know.
No, that was just a program that they were passing on to you. Yeah.
But what I realize now is that the reason why I'm an over-talker is because my words mean something. My words have meaning. And I wonder if I could have been a healer early on, if I could have spoken the words that were in. Right? But
that was like your throat chakra awakening. Like they were kind of, it was meant to be right now.
100%.
Right now, we're at this time on the planet where it's more important. Right. People weren't ready to hear what you're about to say until now.
Exactly.
But
no,
it's just like, honestly, what everyone is going through right now and what we're bringing forward is so important. And that's why having you on and like having you share just your insights about spirituality, intuition, all of this magic of the world is going to draw people that need to hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's a specific person out there. There are people out there.
Even if there's one person that resonates.
But how...
Right?
That's your purpose, right?
1,000%. 1,000%. But I think also that in closing for all this, I think that anyone that's listening should know that, like, when you get into this space of, like, what the hell? To put yourself in a bubble. Clear bubble, just in case, you know, you don't feel comfortable.
Like a bubble you would pop.
A clear bubble. And just be in your own space and know that the only person that can really genuinely make you happy and make you the way you is yourself.
Yes.
That's the meaning. This whole conversation is being yourself, going within is exactly what you need to do in order to help yourself. No one else is going to do that for you.
100%. Well, Krista, thank you so much for being there. If anyone has any questions for Krista, just direct them towards me and I will get the message to her.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please check out my socials at The Om Way on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Spotify. You can also find me at theomlight.com. Sessions are now open and available. One-on-one sessions are super helpful for anything you may be going through in your life to help you feel more aligned and clear. Now available at theomlight.com is a free higher self guide. Are you ready to tap into your intuition and you don't know where to start? Let me give you the tools to get there. Go to theomlight.com to get your free guide today.